For fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 20 Ultimate Team coins, make sure you guys go check out my sponsor U4GM Coins. Use code Venom at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's good guys? Venomfire here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys another one-play touchdown money play. But before we get into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you are not already. About 80% of my viewers that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so if you are enjoying the content, please consider subscribing. You can always unsubscribe, it's free. So with that being said, let's hop straight into the play, and the formation we're going to be in today is going to be this gun bunch tight end. Now, gun bunch tight end, primarily known for being in the Raiders playbook. It's also in Jets, Lions, a couple of those random playbooks, but primarily it's in Raiders. We all know for the great run formations, but there's also tons of great passing formations that really get overlooked. So anyways, bunch tight end, the play we're going to be running is this PA boot over. I'm pretty sure it's called PA boot slide or something else in a different playbook. Again, I'm not sure, but basically for this play, what you want is your fastest receiver right here on the left side. So I just threw Robert Foster over there. I think he's 94 speed. Again, not the best, but he will work. And today we're going to be beating cover 4, cover 3, and cover 2 for one-play TDs. I'm going to show you guys not only how to score in one play, but also how to just throw like a 30-yard pass as well. So I'm just going to come out here in just a basic cover 4 quarters. And yeah, with that being said, let's just hop into the setup. Now, the setup is going to be a little bit weird. Now, I've noticed usually for these setups, and one of these setups, I like to motion over John Brown to the right side, but I noticed against this cover 4, what I have to do is put B on a slant, and then I like to put A on a flat. So it's going to look like this. Again, it's not too big of an issue because the crosser and the slant are still on different depths, so it doesn't really matter. But again, the player we're trying to hit is Robert Foster here. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is that you want your bunch to be on the left side or the short side of the field. Whenever I moved it over with my bunch on the wide side, I noticed that this play doesn't work, at least against cover 4. But again, here's a look at our setup. And yeah, we'll just go ahead, snap the ball. Again, you're going to try and roll out to the right side here. Just wait, release that ball up the field, and look at that. We have tons of space. Again, keep in mind, I'm not even using these high overall players. I see a lot of people commenting whenever I post videos similar to this one-play touchdowns, that the only reason they get open is because I'm using Tyreek Hill or Mahomes or whatever. So I'm just decided I would go with a lower overall rated team with the Bills right here and show you guys that it can still work even though I'm only using a 94 speed receiver and I don't have escape artist or any of those stuff. Anyways, again, you saw the player where you're hitting his X, and since it is a little why you want to scramble out to this right side, wait a bit, and then you can pass lead up the field, do whatever you want. But look at that, he's just gonna get completely over that cover 4 side. And really what you have to do, the reason that this works is just because of this player, John Brown. Like I said, I like to put him on a slant. Again, typically what I would do is I would put him on this sort of, weird backside slant that I like to run. But when I do this, I want you guys to take a look at that quarter on the right side. He's just going to play it perfectly. And again, it's just not open. So obviously it doesn't work. Oh, we almost caught it there. But yeah, you really do need to keep the slant on the left side. Pretty unfortunate because I would bait a lot of users. But again, nobody's really going to go right off the bat and just use the deep post. More times than not, they're going to use the crosser. But hey, even if they use the deep post, the crosser still gets completely wide open. So both routes completely wide open. Obviously, the crosser is not going to really take it for a touchdown. But again, it still does work very well. So that was cover 4. Anyways, let's hop into our next coverage, which is cover 2. Alright, and here we are out in a cover 2 defense. Now, cover 2 is a little bit different because you would think that you're able to split the safeties, and that's something that I would have shown. Just throw this post in between the zones, but really it's just not. It's difficult, especially at this point in the year. If you're playing Ultimate Team, whatever game mode, there's really high-speed safeties, and you could definitely throw an interception, so that's something I don't really recommend. Anyways, what I do recommend is different way basically to turn this post into a corner route. So what we're going to do, we're going to set up our defense, or our offense pretty much the exact same. But what I actually like to do with this is simply we're turning this post into a corner. So with Y, you could really put them on a couple of different things. This is usually the setup that I go with, just something like this, sort of a max pro setup. Again, I like to put A on a streak, Y on a deep in, and B on a hitch. Could also drag B, whatever. But again, I'm just going to motion him all the way over and watch how he's going to beat this cover 2 really well. You can wait to snap him a little bit also so that he's more towards the outside, but look at that. Boom, all the way on the outside. We did get a pretty bad animation there, but you guys see still a huge play. And again, this is something that people really don't expect. When they see this formation, usually they're expecting corner routes, crossing routes, but they're not really going to notice this route, and you can probably catch them off guard very easily. Again, I could run something like this. Just try and mix up the setups. I don't know if the deep dig is probably your best bet. You could run something like this. But again, I actually like to wait a little bit with X. You don't want to snap him right when he gets across, but you can still motion snap him. Look at that, and you're able to cut it upfield almost. Now, again, really just maybe try this out a couple of times yourself. You can start to feel out whether you want to snap it earlier or later. Again, you don't have to be on any particular hash mark for this one either. I could still run this from the right hash or the left hash with my bunch on the wide side or the short side and have success. Again, all I'm going to do though is just motion him over, a little bit, or snap him a little bit earlier because he's not running as much ground. Snap him as soon as he crosses. But you guys see, obviously the safety's a little bit closer, but we're still able to get that wide open and still dominate. And again, another way against cover 2, I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to really run this, but the crosser does also get open. Again, the mid read, I feel like it's going to match, and yeah, it's actually not going to match, but crosser gets wide open against cover 2 as well. Unfortunately, Josh Allen's going to overthrow that. For some reason, they just gave him no throw on the run, so he just doesn't make the passes. But again, all I could do is I could pretty much run this stock, throw the crosser. If it's defended, you can always check down to your drag route. But again, I can even maybe throw X. That was a bad throw, but again, really mix it up a lot. Like I said, the mid reads do match the crossers in practice mode. Unfortunately, it's just the CPU, so I can't change that. But typically, nobody really runs a mid read on the field. They're just going to put them in middle third, and yeah, it should be wide open. Anyways, with that being said, let's just go ahead, hop into our last coverage, cover 3. All right, here we are, just in a base cover 3, and again, I'm going to show you guys how I like to beat this cover 3. There's 2 ways, one for a touchdown and the other one simply just for, a 30-yard play. So what you're going to do is you're going to motion John Brown over, you're going to put him on this little comeback route, and then what you're going to do is you could really do whatever you want with these other routes. Again, I could run something like this, or I could just drag Y, do whatever I want. I could always block A, but again, you just want to run something similar to this. Again, like when I run setups like this, they could really tell, oh my god, they're getting pressured, but hey, we still get it open. Basically with this play, you really just want to roll out to the right. The comeback's going to pull down the outside third, and the deep post should be, completely wide open. Really, really solid play. Again, if I wanted to get that chop block, I could always send A out on, whatever route I really want. But again, you're just motioning over John Brown. You're putting him on a comeback by pressing left trigger. And then I can really, do whatever I want with these guys. I could put him on a curl, create sort of a curl flat type of concept. But again, we just kind of want to wait for X to develop. I could also smart route X to make him a little bit shorter so that the route doesn't take as long to develop. Because you guys notice that these routes are taking me a while to develop. So all I have to do is smart route, and then it's a lot shorter for me to throw. All I have to do is get the chop block, and then I can easily throw that. You guys see, though, he's just going to be completely, wide open. Again, probably my favorite route combo to do with this is going to be something like this, where you just a curl and then a drag route. Again, maybe if I had Slot Apprentice or Hot Route Master, I could put B on a corner route and then motion him over. That works as well. But lastly, you just want to smart out X. That's something that I forgot to mention, but make sure that you don't smart out for the cover 4 beater. That one, you really want it to be as deep. Same with the cover 2. But boom, pass lead over. Look how much space we got right there. And it really is, just complete domination. Really difficult for your opponent to defend. And it's just going to be, very annoying. You're really going to catch them off guard because, like I said, bunch tight end, this isn't a very popular formation, and it isn't. I know a lot of you guys run the Raiders playbook, so this really should fit right into a couple of you guys' hands. Again, one last time, I'm just going to throw this cover 3 beater. Boom, wait, pass lead to the right, swerve catch, easy touchdown for 6 right there. And again, even if they are running cover 3, just stock. Let's say they deep half, whatever they use or your deep post. What I like to do, I like to go ahead and motion John Brown over on a slant. You got a little crisscross combination. I could always check down to the slant route right there. He's going to be wide open, but not only that, the crossing route is going to be completely wide open as well. So it's going to look like this. Boom, set it up, and then I can still roll out to the right. I can throw back left with my slant route, or I can just go ahead and throw this crossing route. Oh, geez, Josh Allen. But you guys see the crosser's wide open. Should beat cover 3, cover 2 as well. Very solid. But a lot of times people, use the crosser, so you can't really catch them off guard as well anymore. But that's pretty much going to do for the video. I showed you how it beats cover 4, cover 3, cover 2. Basically, just 3 more most popular coverages. And yeah, it's pretty much going to do it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, hit that sub button, hit that like button. For more, comment down below what videos you would like to see next. And peace. I'm out of here.